When making a movie, you always want to think about the good, fast, cheap principle. And what that means is you can't have all three of those things ever. You can only have two. Think about it. If you want good, which is what we have, right? We have a good quality film. We did things slow and cheap. So we sacrificed, money. And if you want to make something fast and cheap, you're going to have bad quality. And there's a lot of different variations of that, but that's something that you always have to consider.
I don't look down on making something fast and cheap. There are a lot of films that are fast and cheap and they're out on the market. If you want to make something fast and cheap, make something fast and cheap. But if you want to make something magnifique like Debbie, you got slow and time, which is slow, and quality. You have time to make it really good. You have the time to make a time lapse for 1,000,000 years if you want to, if you take your time, and put together something that people haven't even seen on your little phone. You have the time to do amazing things. So think of that thing, fast, cheap, good, pick two.
You can't ever have it all.
Yeah. We won't look down on you for whichever two you pick. For us, shooting the film slow didn't mean we were taking our time on the day. I think we were pretty good with how we managed our time during our days. For us, shooting slow meant shooting a chunk of the film, stopping, regrouping, replenishing your funds, replenishing your energy, replenishing all that stuff.
Crowdsourcing again, yeah.
Crowdsourcing again, scrounging up cash, finding what other locations you can use, figuring out what the next move is in terms of production. That's, to us, was slow. Shooting Debbie felt like a long, protracted death because it just kept going. But if you want to make a film, you got to just evacuate all thoughts of glamour, money, evacuate it all from your head and just know it will be a long, protracted death, especially if you're making the film slowly. But at the other end of it, you have a movie.
Yeah, and you have to remember, a lot of indie filmmakers take their time to make good quality films. You can make a movie for 10 years, and you hear about this a lot. You hear about 5-year films, 10-year films. It's not uncommon. You just have to treat it like your child, care for it and tend to that garden every day. And just remember, it's going to be great when it comes out. It's going to be worth it.
There's a delusion with first-time filmmakers or people that haven't made a film that once you stop shooting, that's it, you're done. No, your job has just begun. And if you're doing stuff on a low budget, take your time. I would say take your time. Don't put yourself under some crazy clock because you really got to make this good and you really are depending on the kindness of strangers.
If we were to have a bigger budget for our film, I don't really know if it would make it better. I think our situation was really special because we had a lot of passionate people working on our film, including ourselves, and that it equates to a lot of money, really, the value of it. And I just really don't know how it would be different if we had like millions of dollars for our movie. I mean, do you?
I do, April. We would have more blood effects and more blood and more chopped up limbs and this and that. Would that make it a better movie?
To a degree, maybe, but only to a small degree.
To a small degree. And then to another degree, I think maybe no, it wouldn't, because there's so much heart in our film and stuff. And there's lots of blood and stuff like that. And there's enough blood. How much blood do I need? I'm good on blood. And I think in answer to the ultimate question of if we had more money, would it be a better movie? I don't think so, because there's a lot of movies that had way more money than we did, and they're not that great.
I think a big reason for that, too, is you have people working on the movie that just want to get paid,
Yeah.
And then you also have less creativity because people don't understand or they forget to, realize that creativity is problem solving a lot of the times. And when you're faced with the dilemma of not having money, you always have to be creative on set. You always have to think of new ways of making your scene happen or working around a situation. And I think that's the biggest reason that our movie is the way that it is,
So good, fast, cheap are your three options. If you choose cheap and good, that doesn't mean your film can't look pristine. Stay tuned for our next edition of the series where we talk about how to make your film look like $1 million.